Hello, I'm in Belgrade, Serbia again. You remember we were here last year and we looked at this amazing collection of tanks. Well, this year I've come back and I'm going to try and get into the Vojni muzej, which was closed last time I was here. It's the Serbian Army Museum and yeah, I'm looking forward to this one, if I can get in this time. So the museum starts with an amazing collection actually of ancient and medieval weapons. It's not really my specialist topic, but they do have a lot. Feudal Bosnia. Nice full suit of armour. Here we go, wars against the Ottomans. The Ottoman Empire, of course, ruled this whole area at one point. I must say there's not many captions in English, but I mean, if you know roughly the history of the area, you can get by in here, I think. Okay, we're into the 19th century now. I'd say this is Napoleonic era actually. And what about that? It's the Serbian pickle harbour. Just see. Okay, we're getting into breech loaders, early modern rifles. So I think this is Balkan Wars, just before the First World War. And here we go into the First World War. The Sarajevo Assassins. You can obviously see I've got another film on this channel about Gavrilo and the assassination in Sarajevo that might be worth your interest. I thought so. It's a Serbian Adrian helmet. But next to that they've got British, and I think is that Russian or Bulgarian? Someone correct me, that's definitely Italian. That's a Bavarian Pekel Harbour, Austro-Hungarian. German M16, M18 with horrific damage. This shows the Austro-Hungarian siege of Belgrade in the First World War. The black units, I believe, the Austro-Hungarians firing upon the Serbians. And actually the museum is right here. So we were right on the front line of that conflict. And this is interesting. There's female soldiers in the Serbian army. Milenka Savic, Milena Savic. And that's the retreat of the Serbian army through the mountains in Albania, where so many of them died. This is the Serbian army then re-equipped by the Allies, by the French a lot, and sent to Salonika. Another Serbian Adrian helmet there. Yeah, and French weapons. Banners of the Serbian army. Now we're into the Royal Yugoslavia era. The Navy, Army of course. King Alexander I was assassinated in that uniform. Now we've got the Second World War and the occupation of Yugoslavia by Italy and Germany, and there's some Italian German helmets. MG34. And there we start the Red Star of the Partisans. There's a lot of reflection in this museum, isn't there? But in between that you can see, yeah, that's Partisan cap. That's a Royal Yugoslav cap. There's Tito. It's a lot bigger than I thought, this museum. And their weapons collection from medieval to modern has been superb. And weapons second model. There's a check helmet in there. A lot of damage suffered to them. Once again, quite a lot of enemy helmets with a lot of damage. Still no Partisan here. Tito again. It's an old Maxine machine gun. Oh. These again Partisan uniforms now. Just coming to the end of the war. Yugoslavs were the only country who really liberated themselves, their resistance took over the country. They didn't wait for Americans, British, Russians. But again, only as the Germans were falling back and Italy had already surrendered. Still an amazing achievement. Again, wow. When I saw the first couple of German helmets and Italians, I thought that's nice they put them on display, but look. It is actually good they put them on display because so many museums could just keep this lot in storage. Just tons of them. And they're all below these Yugoslav flags. And then of course Tito himself again. Then we're into post-war, Cold War era. The Yugoslavs, although they were quite definitely Red Star communists, they were not Warsaw Pact, nor particularly friends of Stalin. great little section here on Yugoslav forces serving overseas, like in Sinai and various places, as part of the UN. Here we go, UN cap, Yugoslav uniform, UN helmet, UN flag. Then we get into this slightly controversial section. This is about the wars in Yugoslavia in the 1990s. A little section on some Croatian forces. Bosnia isn't really mentioned. Kosovo uniform. And American uniforms from when NATO finally got involved. And the Serbians captured some American soldiers. They also shot down a couple of American aircraft, this being one of them. Outside we can see the actual SAM missiles and the missile launcher that they shot this plane down with. There's a part of the plane. That was in 1999. There's the NATO airstrikes. Well, there we go, that's the end of the museum. Well, there we go. That was the Vojni Museum in Belgrade, Serbia. Absolutely great collection, wasn't it? So many weapons, and there's way more outside here. Look, guns. I did a previous video about all the tanks that are here just over there. I also did a video in Bosnia about partisans, if you want to catch more of that, some of which they had here. All in all, what a great museum. I counted over 100 Second World War German and Italian helmets on display in there. Just great that they've got it on display. I also said early on in the video that there's not many English captions, and they got a lot better later. There were a lot more. But still, highly recommended museum. Come and visit sunny Belgrade. And like and subscribe to the channel if you want as well. Take care, bye. And completely by chance, I'm here in Belgrade on the 8th of May, which is when they celebrate the end of the Second World War. We get to see this.
Gospodine Majer, izvršite počasnu artiljerijsku paljbu.
Razumem, gospodine Majer. Alevo, ruk! Marks! Počasna artiljerijska paljba, 10 plotuna, puni! Plotun!
Bože, čekaj, Mihajlo cijela se trese.
Za izvršenu počasnu artiljerijsku paljbu. Vrlo dobro!
Uzimo Srbi!
Navest! Vojno!
Well, there you go. That was a bonus I wasn't expecting.